What is up, family? It's your boy D coming right back at you with another one. Right now we're back in the lab and an unboxing is on the menu. Alright guys, so what we have here is going to be the Dayton Audio LS10-44. So what exactly is this? This is my ultimate solution to my space saving issue that I've been having with my car. As you guys who have followed have already seen, I'm trying to replace the 6-order in the trunk of my car. It's a bandpass build. It's very, very large. I built it for a Scar Audio VVX12, the version 2 of that. Scar have since come out with a version 3 of that woofer, and it sounds amazing, but the issue that I'm having is that it just takes up way too much space in the car, and I'm trying to get me a space-saving solution, and what this is a 10-inch low-profile subwoofer. It is a dual 4-ohm subwoofer. It is engineered in China. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me specify that. This is actually designed and engineered in the U.S., but it was made in China. Sorry about that. Not knocking any Chinese people who actually follow the channel. I love everybody. Moving on. So it comes in this very plain looking box here from Parts Express. Anyone who have actually ordered anything from Parts Express, you are very familiar with this look, because this is pretty much what everything looks like to come out of their warehouse. So what we're going to be doing is cracking this thing open, and we're going to be seeing what the contents on the inside look like. But before we do that, if I can find my... Give me a moment, please. Sorry about that, guys. Right back at you. This is actually what came in the box. I actually purchased 2 of these guys. Okay, I purchased 2 of them, and within the box, the shipping box, they give you this little pamphlet right here, or the marketing material right here. They pretty much have a lot of their high value stuff on the inside, and so you get this with your packaging as well. I just want to point that out. I didn't want to skip this, this part of it. So this comes with the box as well. It comes within the packaging as well, I should say. Now, if I can find my razor, which I cannot, I can't ever find that box cutter when I need it. But when I'm not looking for it, I'd be damned if it ain't in my face all day. But anyway, I'm gonna use this little razor that I was doing some hobby work with earlier, and hope I don't slice my hand with this thing because it is so flimsy. But that's what we got to work with right now, so that's what we're going to work with. And I know you guys are probably saying, D, this is the most weirdest looking unboxing with this little bitty razor you got, as you guys have probably ever seen, right? So let's see if we can get this guy open one-handed. All right, cool. And as always, at least in my case, Dayton always makes sure that they actually put some protection on top of their speakers. In this case, it's 2 flat pieces. That's pretty much all you need. Typically for a high-roll surround woofer, what you would get is something that is contoured. It'll be a lot more thicker than this, I can tell you. This is just 2 little boards. In the past, I've gotten some at least about this thick. But in this case, it's a flat subwoofer, so you don't need to have it contoured. They will usually cut out the shape of the high roll surround where it can fit in there without being damaged, and then they'll throw a couple of these on top of it. But in this case, since this is a low profile subwoofer that actually lays completely flat, you don't need that. So this is what it looks like inside the box. See if I can one-hand this thing. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get rid of this right quick. And what we're gonna do Let me go get the scale right quick, people. I'll be right back. All right. Right back at you. Boom. So this is a little digital scale that I bought some time ago. I think it's good for up to 50 pounds. And I don't think this thing is 50 pounds, but we're going to be weighing this as well. So, all right, so this is what she looked like inside of the plastic. Let's get her out of the plastic. There you go, slid right off. Perfect. Get it out of the way. I guess I can keep from marring this thing up. I can just go get one of those pieces of cardboard. Right back at you guys. And voila, movie magic. So here we go. Let's sit this guy here. And what we're going to be doing now is giving this just a once over. If I can get all my crap out of the way. Off to the camera, you guys don't see, but my office look a complete mess, which is why I'm closing the shutter every single time I need to go get something. Because I don't want you guys making fun of me, man. So, yeah, I think I'm going to stand and do this since I don't have any lighting underneath this thing and just maneuver it. So as you guys can see right now, this thing does have like this little double, I don't know what they call it, it's a double roll surround. I think that's what they call it. But before I even give you guys the walk around, let's look at some of the highlights of it. According to Dayton Audio, this is an innovative low-profile subwoofer and is less than 3.5 inches thick, is what they say. So let's look at that. Let's try to get a look at that. And I would say that they are correct in that. That thing is really, really thin. Less than 3.5 inches thick. You see that? That's just, okay. Get off in there. What is that? That's glue. Okay, that's the magnet, actually. This is my first time looking at this. That is the magnet that you're looking at right there. So it didn't look like they compromised much on the magnet structure of it. I'm trying to get down off in here, but I can't see at all. Is that a double stack magnet? You know what? If that magnet starts there and ends directly beneath this spider here, see, that's the spider right there. That could be a double stack magnet in there. Typically now, I ain't saying in all cases, typically a double stack magnet institute good X-Max. And I was really skeptical about what they said the X-Max of this thing was. But kind of liking what I'm looking at here. They got this nice basket on it, like it's made out of some good material. But anyway, let me just read from the sheet that I printed out not long ago, and we'll get some of that. So let's look at it. So it says that it has 10 millimeters of X-Max. It guarantees uncompromised bass performance, is what they said. We'll be the judge of that, of course. Dual 4-ohm voice coils. It has a 6-layer total. That's nice. For high BL force and multiple wiring options. You got a rigid flat honeycomb fiberglass cone. Maintains when you're talking about a subwoofer being linear, right? You don't want your subwoofer when it flexes up and down. You don't want it wobbling all over the place, right? So that's pretty much what they're talking about right there in high impact. But again, we'll be the judge of that. Yeah, a good rigid cone will help you out there. But a lot of times it also got to do with the size of your voice coil as well, and how much what type of material they use for the voice coil, for the former, and for the spider. All those things have to come together in order for you to get good linearity. But we'll be the judge of all that stuff. Low distortion, ferrite motor with a dual aluminum shorting rings. I'm going to do a separate video on these shorting rings. I remember when I first unboxed my Dayton Reference 8-inch woofer. They made a big deal out of these shorting rings, and I didn't really know what they were. But since then, I've done a little bit more of research on the shorting ring, and I kind of got an understanding a well enough understanding to kind of like do a separate video on it. So this video will be coming to you guys pretty soon. Okay, they said they got a balanced rubber double roll surround design, improves stability and control. Again, in the beginning, I was trying to figure out what exactly they call that type of surround that they got. Some people just simply call it inverted, but in this case, they do have it. It looks kind of doubled, and that's kind of like what that is. It is a double roll surround. So, okay, enough of that. What's the power handling? If you guys are wondering about that, it's 250 watt RMS power rating, power handling, and you also got, of course, max will be double that. Frequency response is 30 to 300 hertz. Sensitivity is 86, which isn't bad, especially for a low profile one like this right here. You got some of them that gets way up there as far as sensitivity for the low profile ones, because depending on where you're getting it from, some of these are placed in automobile applications where it comes stock. A lot of audio makers have contracts with different a lot of different automakers or auto manufacturers have contracts with different audio manufacturers where a subwoofer will come standard. So some of those subwoofers have very, very high sensitivity, meaning that it doesn't take as much power to push them. So they'll have a 90 rating and a little bit better, some of them. But this one here has 86, and that's not bad. Voice coil, we know it's a 2-inch diameter. I don't think we covered that. So yeah, it's a 2-inch diameter for the voice coil. Here's some of the TS parameters for you guys. And I'm not going to go over all this as if you guys can't pause the video, okay? So that's pretty much what we're looking at right there. If I can get this thing straight. Feel like I've been drinking or something. I'm all over the place with this camera. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the paper and not looking at actually what coming across in the camera, which is a big rookie mistake, to be honest with you, with camera handling. But there you go right there. These are the, in case you guys are wondering. And again, that's that depth. The mounting depth, which is a big, big deal. So enough of that. You guys can, like I said, pause the video and look at that yourself. So first off, what are my impressions on the look of this? The look and feel of this to me is quality, quality, quality. I think it looks badass. It looks like a big ass spider or something, like just on the fucking table, you know. And excuse my language, but I'm really digging the aesthetics of it. It looks really, really good to me. In case you guys are wondering, no, this sticker is not covering up the venting pole right here. It doesn't vent actually from the back. It doesn't vent from the rear like you would see most subwoofers. This thing is actually designed to vent out of these holes on the side of it. And that gives you opportunity, as flat as that thing is already, that gives you opportunity, believe it or not, to actually mount this thing as flat as you can get it. So what do I mean by that? And this is, I'm zooming in on the hole so you guys can see that hole a lot better. That's pretty, oh shit, my bad, lost focus. So that's pretty much where the air will be coming out of as this thing, you know, does its work. But so what do I mean by that? As far as the mounting aspect of it, this thing right here can sit just as flat against the enclosure that it's in and not have to worry about it suffocating itself. You understand? Because it vents outwards to the side. It vents outwards to the side like that and not through the back of it. So you can get this thing flush mounted just like that and have no problems with it at all. And that's what I intend to do. In a sense, that's what I intend to do. But you guys, I'll show you guys that in a later video, exactly the enclosure and everything and how I plan on mounting it. Here go your push terminals in case you guys are wondering exactly what they look like. Very, very strong. And from my experience, it looks as though you can get at least 10 gauge up in here is what I'm looking at. 10 gauge and smaller will fit in there. You know, that looks very, very good. It has a nice finish on it. It already have a gasket. In case you guys are wondering about that, it has a gasket on the front as well. It has a rubber gasket right here. It's like it comes up maybe a 1/16 to get you flush against something. And that's another look, or a better look, at the cone in the material that he was talking about earlier. And I'm really cautious about pushing down on this thing like this because it's so flat. You'll go one-sided with it and make it scrub the voice coil. I don't want to do that, but you will run the risk of doing that if you're not careful with a flat surface like that. So let's look a little bit. Let's see if I can get a look at the spider for you guys. I'm gonna have to come to this side of things and see if we can get down in there. Not really, too dark. Tinsel leaves are woven into the spider. I don't know how well this is coming across for you guys, but I can see that. And there's a decent shot of it right there. 2-inch voice coil down up in there. And frequency response looks damn good as well. So I'm really excited about getting this thing in a box and seeing exactly what it can do. To be honest with you, I can't wait to see. But anyway, that's enough of me talking that. Oh yeah, I gotta weigh this thing. On the paper, it's saying that it weighs 10.85 pounds. 10.85 pounds. So right at 11 pounds is what this thing is supposed to be weighing. And with a frequency response in between 30 and 300 hertz, this truly is a subwoofer. This is not, you know how you look at the TS parameters of some subwoofers and they get all the way up to like 1500 hertz or something. I never understood that. Like, does that make it a good driver or a poor driver? Because it is subwoofer, and you want it to be. You want to see the TS. I want to see the TS parameters, within subwoofer range. This thing, you get one that's have like a rating of, it say, oh, it gets down to 27 hertz, and from 27 hertz to 15 hertz. I'm like, well, hell, that's a mid-bass driver. It's not like a true subwoofer if it can go past like 500 hertz. But that's just my opinion, So this is 30 to 300. That's another spec that caught my attention. But hey, we'll see. We'll be the judge of that. But in the meantime, let's get this thing on this scale over here and see exactly what it weighs. Let's power that puppy up. It's zeroed out. Let's get this on here. All right. From the looks of it, it is either my scale is way off, or my subwoofer is underweight. It done lost some weight, because right here, this tell you product rating. Oh, this is a product. This is 13. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't even know what that is. This is strange. Anybody know what this means? Please let me know. Product rating, 13 views. Weight, 10.85 pounds. Maybe it's the way that I know sometimes when you print stuff off the internet, it does come and it'll jumble up or shuffle up what actually it is. Because this is like it was in table format. So maybe the product review data got mixed in with everything else. I think the weight is supposed to be 10.85 pounds, and this is just another column that got actually put into one column. I think they were like side by side and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to disregard that product rating. I know that's not what that is. So it has 13 reviews under product rating, and the weight itself is supposed to be 10.85. And as you guys can see, I don't have 10.85 on this scale. This scale was pretty accurate. I used this scale when I use this scale in my store to weigh small items, and it was pretty accurate. Unless let USPS tell it was pretty accurate. But anyway, mine seemed a little bit underweight. Maybe, I don't know, have you guys ever experienced anything like that? Maybe I don't have it sitting on here right. So let me take it off, and then I'm going to put it back on there. So let's take it off. Let's get this thing started up. Maybe I had it at a bad angle, right? And let's see about this again, man. You guys see I'm putting it right on there. And there it is, 9.5 pounds. So I'm off by a lot. I'm off by a whole pound or more. Yeah, they owe me a whole pound. So you guys let me know what you think about that. But enough of that. Enough being silly. Let's get this off here. And yeah, we know sometimes that that these numbers ain't right. But what I can say is that when I plug these TS parameters into a WinISD, it did not complain about the integrity. You know, WinISD does an integrity check on your TS parameters when you plug them into their system. And when I plugged the parameters into the system for this driver right here, it passed the integrity check. I mean, that's not a fail-proof method, right? It still could, for all I know, the engineers probably use WinISD to set their parameters. So how could they go wrong with WinISD, right? So for all I know, but I am going to build an enclosure for this. I've already got the electronic version of it built in my modeling program. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys later on. But for right now, that concludes the unboxing for this driver right here. So that is the unboxing of the. Let me go get that box. I done forgot the name of it already. There it is. Boom. Sorry about that, guys. So that concludes the unboxing for the LS10-44. This is the 10-inch low-profile subwoofer by Dayton Audio. And I want you guys to keep following me, man, on this and see how everything turns out in the end. I think this is going to actually be a pretty good project coming up. And I hope you guys stick with me. But until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a thumb up if you like the video. Thumb down if you feel like I could have done a better job. Also, for all the new guys, don't forget to click the notification bell so you can receive more on this project that I have coming up. And until next time, it's your boy D, and I'm out.